All right, and we're live. Here we go. Well, welcome to the Economy Spark live webinar on mobile app development. If you're here to learn how to build mobile apps, boy, do I have something for you. My name is Tad Gill. I'll be your host, and tonight I'm going to tell you a little bit about how awesome it is to build mobile apps and about my mobile app development company and how I built it from home and how it's given me a insane amount of freedom and the low overhead and the residual income that it provides. For those of you who stay till the end, I'll have a free gift, and I'll invite you along for the journey and show you how you too can do the same. All right, so first off, a little about building apps and why it's so awesome. Number one is residual income. I'm sure you've heard of the term, but let me expand on that a little bit. So the overhead for this type of business is extremely low. You do not need thousands of dollars to get started. You don't particularly need an office, although having one is great once you get yourself established. You don't need employees or much of anything other than your own computer and a little guidance on taking the steps that are necessary to developing your apps, finding clients, and navigating the publishing process. So when the overhead is low and your customers pay you on a monthly subscription basis, residual, your profit margin is huge. So a little about myself. Back in 2011, I had a job for an insurance company that paid me to get my insurance license and then sit around and literally do nothing for most of the rest of the year. Their season only lasted for 4 months, and so the rest of the time we could do whatever else we wanted to do. Some people watched Netflix, some people read books, and then I decided I was going to learn about mobile apps. So in the beginning, I was about the time Angry Birds was out. It was pretty popular, and I seen the success of some other of the mobile games out there, and I decided that's what I was going to do. I was going to build a mobile game, or build a game at least. And so I took that money from that job and started my own company, Nighttime Software Inc. I named it so because I was a night owl and I like to stay up and learn throughout the night. I was a YouTube addict. So after I bought my incorporation from LegalZoom, I hosted an online contest for the game on crowdspring.com and invited artists from all around the world to participate for a $1,200 reward if they would design the visuals from a game. In the contest, one man emerged victorious. His name was David Hattori, and he turned my stick figure drawings into visual gold. So I had my artists. We were extremely excited and pumped up to develop this game together. The next step was putting the idea online and finding a developer. It wasn't long after posting my idea on a few sites that a development company from Arizona, Techies Inc., contacted me and said they were very interested in developing my game, but that I should consider creating it as a Facebook game, a social game, and targeting 43-year-old women as my primary audience because they were just spending loads of cash in social games like Farmville at the time, and they had the disposable income. Who knew? Anyway, so I had my development team now. So my new friends and I were on to the next step. That was finding the funding because this was going to be an expensive process. So I went down to my local college and visited the Small Business Development Center, where I met the director. His name was Brian Matsuzoka. And I told him my story, and he helped me develop my business plan over the course of the next few months, which I then took back to the internet and got online and joined the New York Angel Alliance network to find an investor. I paid $300 and posted my business plan, and it wasn't long after that an investor from Singapore jumped right on, and he was going to offer us $300,000 to develop 3 consecutive versions of the game over the course of the next couple of years. But after working with him for a while, the deal soon began to become a little bit dark and took a turn. So he had it set up to where if we did not meet his sales benchmarks over the course of the next few years, he was going to get 99% of the game. And then he really threw a wrench into it. As far as I was concerned, suddenly insisted that for his continued due diligence, we needed to fire the artist and fire the developers, with whom I had made friends with at this point, and move everything over to India or Russia if he were going to continue to fund the game and be our man. Well, I was pretty young and idealistic. I was just getting started. That's not exactly how I wanted to start out my business career. And I didn't want to throw my friends on the bus and just go with money. It felt wrong. So after thinking about it for a short while and discussing it with Brian at the Small Business Development Center, I told him no. And he said, well, if you change your mind, let me know. But I didn't. And that's where the story really begins. Well, I did say no, and we didn't get the $300,000, and we didn't get to make the game right away. I'm pleased to tell you that since then I've started working on the game again, finding it myself, and thanks in part to following my heart and going with my next idea, which was the Twin Falls app. And that's what I want to tell you guys about tonight a little bit. This will be the main focus here. So the Twin Falls app was originally supposed to be a community app, but I soon realized it had a great deal of money-making potential. So before that was even published, I uploaded my demo and went in and presented it to the biggest, baddest entrepreneur in town. His name was Larry Roper, and he had a monopoly on a string of local movie theaters. So that morning I sat down in front of Larry, I handed him my phone, and I said, this is how people are going to find your movies from now on. Went down on the phone for a few minutes, and I poked around, and then he looked up at me and said, well, do you do websites too? And the truth of it is I had no idea how to do websites. Believe it or not, I learned how to do websites first. Usually it's the other way around. People usually start out doing websites, then move over to mobile apps. But I was just so excited about mobile apps. That's what I learned. I didn't even bother with websites yet. But I looked at him and I do. And you better darn well believe that I went right over to Hastings, and after that meeting, I bought Websites for Dummies, and I read that thing cover to cover, and then created Larry a magnificent animated Flash website by the end of the week. It was pretty great. That website was super popular, and then we just pointed it over to the Twin Falls app for people to find the movie listings on their phone. So that's a little bit about how the Twin Falls app came about. Larry paid us thousands of dollars residually until he retired a few years later, taking our giant paychecks and our beloved movie theaters with him. But no matter, we didn't get down. In fact, we were ready. A new theater came to town, and we got them on board, and then we opened it up to the rest of the community. We joined our local Chamber of Commerce, and I'm not sure why we didn't do that much sooner, because that's when things really took off. We then got an office and an employee. Our employee did great. She would reach out, schedule appointments, present a demo of the app and what it could do for the business. We'd send out push notifications for them for free for that first month. And then she would just bring back the checks. So we were soon being interviewed by a local TV station, had TV commercials of our own, billboards, magazine covers. We then learned how to upsell. Customers who signed up for our largest plan inside the Twin Falls app were given a huge discount on having a mobile app of their very own. More residual income. We started developing apps for others in the community and beyond. In fact, one of our very first apps was for a university in Paris. So it's another nice thing about this business is, a little advertising goes a long way on the internet. So that led me to think of other ideas and how this model could be applied in other industries as well. So there's a picture of us having our ribbon cutting there with the Chamber of Commerce. There's Brian, there's Brooke, and there's my business partner, Isaac. There's Isaac and Brooke being interviewed on the local TV station, and there's our billboard. So lots of great things happened. And that brings us to here we are now. So I've been extremely blessed beyond anything I can express. I've had a ton of fun being an entrepreneur and living my dream, but I believe that others could definitely benefit from what we've done here, and I shouldn't be reluctant to pass it on. So I've created Economy Spark. My idea for Economy Spark is almost as old as the Twin Falls app, actually. Just haven't had the time up until now to develop the idea more. It was originally, when I first had the idea, it was going to be an app for helping entrepreneurs with gathering their business and getting it started, getting their feet under them, really, giving them advice on planning and crowdfunding and things that I originally needed help with. But I seen another way to get to that point, and that is by helping others duplicate what we've done with the Twin Falls app and building apps for other businesses and for themselves. And that's why you're here now, so that I can pass this opportunity on to you and help you build mobile apps for businesses and for yourself. So now I'm going to show you a little bit about our platform and why building apps with us is so great. That's really the deal, though, is building apps with us is super simple. We have developed a fantastic platform where you can you choose your username and your login. Come over here to economyspark.com and just go and click on Build Your App. And that'll take you over to the sign-in page where you will sign into your app, and you'll be able to do this for your other businesses as well. So when somebody wants an app, we'll set them up with their username and their login. And so the fantastic thing about working with us, though, is really the ease of which you can build an app. Let me show you. So I'm going to show you today an app called Walmart. It's for the biggest tattoo parlor here in town. We just created it for them, and they're having a heck of a go at it. They're having a blast with their app, and let's take a look. All right, so when you first get in, you land on the dashboard here, and what's nice about our system is you can see all the app sessions, how many people are using it on each device. So he has 27 people using it on iPhone. He has 51 using it on Android. And his web app is just exploding right now. He has 58 people using it for his web app. So that's pretty great. Then you can see over here your most active users. It looks like I'm number one, but I am the developer, so that's to be expected. And but you can click on View Customers, and he has, as you can see, he has tons of users now. So, and then you come down here, and it kind of shows you your percentages of what device is most popular. Surprisingly, iPhone is actually his least popular device, but it's just kind of the nature of our area. Android is very popular around here. And then you can actually see your activity. So if you've got employees logging in, you can kind of see what's been done inside of your app and when. And then over here on the side, it's your menu. And let me go through these a little bit. So underneath Create, you'll expand that. You've got Design and Build. So design is how you affect how your app looks, the layout, the colors, and just how it's going to be presented to the world. So you click that, and over here will pop out a little app preview. If you click down here where it says native preview, you'll see what it looks like on iPhone and Android and iPad. Right here, the app preview, though, this is going to be the web app. It's going to show you what the web app looks like because it's just super fast. So it's best to show that first. So, but under design, first thing you'll see is the home screen, navigation, and global styling. Let you click through those, and you can understand a little bit about what is inside each and how you can customize the colors of each and what your fonts are going to be like. But let me start out with the home screen. So his app right here, the one in purple, has all the buttons here. So he has 2 rows of buttons. And here you would just have a menu that would be up in the upper left-hand corner of the app, and you'd click it, and it would have a little drop down of all your different features. Here is some bigger buttons. Instead of buttons, you'd just have kind of a giant horizontal button. As you drag these up, they kind of disappear upwards, and you can scroll down to as many buttons as you got. And this one over here is kind of how the Twin Falls app looks. It's just 1 row of buttons. All right, then as you scroll down a little bit, you pick your base color. So just what would be in the very, very background. So he has black because that's a great base. Then for branding, this is where you put your logo. So his Warmark tattoo logo there. The home screen background, there's his background, as you see. So his logo hovers as a ping image over his background. Or if you choose this layout, you can have 5 carousel images, and that's what the Twin Falls app has. Is I have 5 different businesses that I preview each month, and they just rotate and actually transition to the right. You can link them to anywhere inside the app or anywhere on the web or a phone number. So when people click them, it actually brings up, that business's information. So let me show you a little bit here. When you click on branding, just how easy this is. You would choose your image, choose where you want it to be, and just click save. Same with the home screen background. So you can change your background anytime. So let me show you that. So if you were to click this, for instance, and then hit select. Actually, we're going to do this one. Then hit select. Oh, looks like that's the one that was already selected on some other devices. So let's go choose this one. Hit select. Then you would hit save. And when it refreshes, there will be a new background there. I'm going to change it back to his other one for him. Any second now. No, I'm going to hit refresh. See what's going on here. Let's try that again. All right, so this is that one selected, but we're going to go back to this one. Select, save. And I'll show you what it looks like in the native. So when he first logs into the app, anybody who signed up with their social media account gets a free punch on their loyalty membership. So that's what's going on there. Takes them right to it. Back a couple times. There we go. All right. There you can see a preview for Android, web app, iPad, and iPhone. Okay. We're going to come over here to build now. And under build, this is where you can pick all the features that will be inside of your app. All right, so first of all is the walkthrough. The walkthrough is where you can get people through the push notification opt-ins, the location services opt-ins, and get them signed up with their social accounts. Signing up with the login so they can log in with either Facebook or Twitter or Google. Then down here is the features. If you click add, that would add a feature. Before we do that, I'm going to show you a little bit about the features and how you can rearrange them. So if you click over here on the 3 bars, you can actually drag them around like this. If you hit the minus, it'll put it down inside of the inactive features down here at the bottom. And you can bring up the inactive features like this. If you want to make something active again, just hit the plus. If you want to get rid of it altogether, just hit the minus again and hit delete. And that'll get rid of it forever. So, but if you want to add a feature, let me go over the features with you. So this is all the features that we can add. I'm going to briefly go over them real quick, just to keep a good pace for you guys. All right, so we've got an Around Us tab. The Around Us tab is a great way to display relevant points of interest within your app, drawing attention to hot spots in your area. You can incorporate up to 3 different business categories, and users can easily access business contact information, like their address or GPS directions for each location. The Call Us feature is just what that sounds like. You can put in any phone number, and with a couple of taps of the button, you're instantly calling a number that you have designated. Car Finder is just what that sounds like as well. So we actually do have a client that uses this, the county fair here. They have a giant, their parking lot is a huge field with a couple 100,000 people parking out there. So people open up the app, they can drop pin where they parked, and then when they're ready to come back, they open up the app again, and it'll just navigate them by walking directly to their car. The contact feature is our most essential on our platform. It displays general information like business location, website URL, contact info, phone and email, and the operating hours. We recommend completing the contact features content before you move on to other features, because info in it can be actually pulled and used within other features. Then we have a custom forms feature. Let me tell you a story about one of our users. Actually has an airfield, and with his app, he wants his employees just to be able to go out and fill out a form and hit send and have it come back to him at headquarters. So it's just a designated email. So his employees go out there, fill out the information that they're taking their readings on, hit send, and it goes back to them. But you can do this custom forms for really anything. That's just one example I got for you. Direction view feature offers one-touch directions to multiple locations. It's quick and easy to set up and allows you to enter as many addresses as you like. So that's kind of neat if you're doing a community app like the Twin Falls app. Email photo. I got an interesting story about that for you. So when I first published the Twin Falls app, I would have photo contests, and I would get some interesting submissions every once in a while. And thank goodness they didn't just instantly go live into the app. That would not have been good. I'll let you use your imagination as to what exactly I got. But yeah, if you're using your imagination right, you're probably right on. They were interesting to say the least. So there's events and events version 2. So events version 2 is really where it's at. Events version 2 feature allows for easy event promotion. Add upcoming and past events. There's an easy I'm going button, which allows users to RSVP. You can enable in-app event commenting and photo posts. Events from Facebook, which is great. The events version 2 feature is the upgraded version of the old events feature. If you want just a simple events feature, just add regular events, but events version 2 is actually much better. So then we got Fan Wall and Fan Wall version 2. So Fan Wall version 2 features an easy way to increase engagement in the app. Everybody likes to chat, so the feature allows users to comment, ask questions, and discuss what they love about your business or services. Users can share photos, reply to each other's comments, and view the location of fellow users if you have that activated. The Fan Wall version 2 feature is the upgraded version of the old Fan Wall feature. and it's natively functional. I'm going to take a little side note here real quick and talk about native functionality. So when you first get started, you're going to start everybody out, your new customers out, with native apps, because native apps work on all platforms. It doesn't matter whether it's iPhone, Android, iPad, anything. They work on the computer as well, and it's a URL really. But when you update your app, you're actually updating the web app, the iPhone app, and the Android app all at the same time. All three are updated live, but the web app, like I said, is accessible on all platforms. You don't have to worry about iPhone and Android and submitting to them. So everybody starts out with the web app. So you're going to publish an app for, say, a restaurant. So you're going to start them out with the web app. And then you're going to kind of engage with them and see how they're doing with it. And then you're going to try and upsell them on the iPhone app and the Android native app. And that's where you'll really make money, because then you can charge thousands of dollars, sometimes even tens of thousands of dollars. You just got to really gauge the business to find out what they can afford. But everybody can afford a web app. Charge about $100 a month for that. And then when they want the iPhone and the Android app on top of that, you'll charge them a setup fee, which is about $2,400, and then an additional monthly fee for each of those. But you just got to gauge the business. Not everybody can afford a native app on iPhone and Android. Everybody can afford to have a web app. And the overhead for you is actually very low. It's going to be your URL for the app. That's about $15 for the year. And then that's about it for the web app if you're working with us. You'll just buy that URL and you'll connect it. And if you guys sign up today, you'll see what the plan is. And then if you guys want, and the plan comes with 3 web apps, by the way. So your app, which has a web app, an iPhone app, and an Android app, and then 3 other web apps for you to upsell. But yeah, anyway, so the native functionality, though, is what I was trying to get to. So when you go to submit an app for iPhone, they're going to want 12 features that have native functionality. And that's kind of things like Call Us, Car Find native, Direction View, Email Photo, Events, Fan Wall, Food Ordering, Golf Courses is native, Mailing Lists, Merchandise, Messages, Notepads native, QR, Coupons, and QR Scanners. So those are all native. They want to have 12 of those. So YouTube channel's native. So to get approval on iPhone, you've got to really please them. They're the key holder to you having the app on iPhone, so you got to do what they want. Once you get it published, though, then you can actually go back in and put in whatever features you want, whether you want to keep all the functionalities that are native or add back in things like websites and stuff like that. So, but to get it through Apple's publishing process, that's what is required. All right, back to the features. So food ordering, it's kind of self-explanatory, but if you want to have, so you approach a restaurant, you want to build them an app, say, hey, yeah, people can actually get on your app and order food right from it. So the food ordering feature is a simple and effective way for restaurants to start taking orders through their mobile app, which is fantastic. It automates their features, and you're really providing a great tool for growth for them. With delivery and takeout options, payment through the app, and customizable menu with add-ons and pricing options, you have full control. Golf courses. Guys, golf courses have money. If you got a couple golf courses in your area, definitely approach them. GPS coupons are pretty neat. How that works is when somebody enters a location that has an app, the app knows, and it'll send them a quick little coupon if your customer wants to have that enabled. And so they'll get a notification on their phone and just be able to open up a coupon and say, hey, thanks for coming in today. Here's a 10% off coupon. Please, it encourages them to come and spend some money when they come in and increases user engagement. So image gallery is exactly what that sounds like, but you can connect that to different services. If you got an Instagram even, you can connect that. Info tier 1, 2, and 3. A quick way to explain that real quick is, so in the Twin Falls app, we use that for our business listings. So people will click business listings and it'll open up. and it'll give them a whole bunch of categories. So car dealerships, ice cream shops, taxis, that kind of stuff. And so say they click on car dealerships. So they go down another level. And so they see car dealerships A, B, C, and D. And then they can click one more time to get down to the third tier. Say they click car dealership A, it expands into the information for car dealership A. Down on the third tier, and they can get back and they go look at car dealership B. So that's how info 3 or the info tiers work. That's how I hope I explained that in a way that you guys can understand. Let me read what it says here. So an info 3-tier feature can be thought of as a static HTML page. Inside this feature, you can insert just about anything that you can insert on a regular web page. The what you see is what you get editor, which allows you to customize the description, is a great way to display information about your business. Info features are widely used to embed content, like a single YouTube video. The 3-tier feature is categorized into 3 tiers, with the third feature being most specific. So say there's a restaurant or something, and they've got a menu. So if they only have like a 1-page menu, you'd have a tier 1. If they want a little bit more robust menu, so they open up their menu, and then they got like burgers and salads. So they open it up, then they can click burgers and see all the burgers. Click salads, see all the salads. Info tier 3, so say they open it up, see all the burgers, the salads, so they click burgers, and they see like veggie burgers or bacon burgers. They can click on that, and they go down another section into 3 and see the ingredients of it. So, all right, I think I thoroughly explained info tiers. All right, loyalty is great. It's like a punch card kind of. So the loyalty feature allows you to have an in-app version of a traditional stamp card. And so mailing lists. So there's 2 types of people that understand mailing lists and people who don't. Not everybody uses mailing lists or wants to send out mass emails for their marketing. It's a pretty powerful tool, though. And this collects anybody who signs up for a mailing list inside the app. It collects it all for your customer, puts it in a little spreadsheet that they can download, and it even integrates into popular features like MailChimp, stuff like that. Menu, kind of like the tiers. The menu feature is essentially identical to the info feature 3 tier, but instead of an option to include the thumbnail image in the item list view, you can specifically put in a price for each item. That's kind of nice. So you can sell from the app, like the merchandise app here. So the merchandise feature is a simple way for businesses to start making sales through their app. You can use the custom option to create your own marketplace or opt in to integrate popular features like Shopify, other shopping carts, if you have an existing marketplace on one of those sites. Messages. So that's where the push notifications go. So if someone wants to see an update for a push notification, they can go click on messages and review old push notifications. I'm going to get to push notifications in just a second. I'm pretty excited to tell you about that. Push notifications are definitely the best thing about apps. The most powerful tool is to be able to get a text message. Anybody who has the app download, they can get a little text message from the app, just like you do a text message or an email or notifications from other apps. Everybody's pretty familiar with those. We get them all the time. Mortgage calculator. So real estate companies and real estate agents are very, very great. It's a great customer base. I recommend definitely spending time approaching real estate agents to build an app for them. Normally, they have a little bit more money, so keep that in mind when you're charging them. Definitely charge accordingly. Music. So music features, that's another industry. There's a lot of bands out there, guys. It might not maybe be the most, bands don't have the most money, I suppose. Not quite as much as maybe a real estate agent, but definitely worth hitting them up because they can all afford to have a web app, and every little bit adds up. I mean, you got 12 bands or 10 bands paying you $50 a month or $100 a month. Well, that's quite a bit of money, and doesn't take you a lot of time. You do most of your work on the front end, getting it signed up, and then you can teach them how to sign in and edit their own apps if people want you to edit their own apps, you can charge a little bit more, but you got to make that clear. Is you do offer that service, but you do charge more for that. Be there for your clients, though. Contact them regularly. Give them a call, send that email. Definitely go above and beyond to deliver for them, and they'll keep doing business with you. The news. So the news feature is a great way to feature that keeps your app users up to date on issues that relate to your business or service. You can even have a little tracker at the bottom saying what news is going on for whatever keywords you put in there, and it pulls it from Twitter and Google. PDFs. So you can one of your businesses have a need for just a high quality image, just use the PDF feature. So like the fair, actually, they have a map that's a PDF. So when people click map, it just brings up a nice big PDF of the fair. They can zoom in on it and all sorts of stuff. See where the stuff's at. Podcasts, QR coupons. So everybody knows what QR codes, I hope. So you can make a QR coupon to where you'll make a QR code and then say you want to have someone scan it, kind of like a punch card a little bit. And this way so they scan it 1, 5, 10 times, whatever you set it to unlock a coupon. Here's a QR scanner. That's another native functionality. So you guys probably know what the QR scanner is, though. Real estate. So what makes our platform so wonderful is the real estate agents. They've really got a lot of tools here. A lot of real estate agents have these API keys that they can plug in that they're already paying for their websites and stuff like that, which they can just plug in over here on the app, and then it'll populate their app with all their homes that they're already showing. So it's super easy for them. You can help them set it up. That takes a little bit more learning for you. You got to kind of get the hang of it. I'd go approach a real estate agent and offer to make them an app for dirt cheap, and spend a little time getting to know this, because this could be a pretty good industry for you guys. Definitely take some time and spend in real estate. But yeah, I'll let you guys read through that later on. Reservations, that is what it sounds like. That's pretty neat for restaurants and places like that need that. RSS feeds, sports stats, so you make something for like a high school or something. It's kind of neat. Tell a friend, it's a great way to allow people to have a section of their app where people can share the app. It's also native, so you can include that when you're publishing for Apple. Tip calculator, that is what it is. Voice recording, that's great if you're going to publish for like colleges and universities. People can record lectures and then email them. Website tab. So if you've got users that have mobile-ready websites, then definitely integrate this, and the app will play well with their mobile-ready website. If they don't have a mobile-ready website, well, guys, you need to jump on that and help them build a mobile-ready website, which you can also charge for. So, Wufoo Forms. If you don't know what Wufoo is, it's just a little bit more robust form builder. We use that in addition to our other form builder, and we connect it. It integrates with Stripe, so that's how we help our clients sign up to pay. So as they're filling out the form, giving us all their information at the bottom, they can choose their plan, which integrates into Stripe, and that's how we get them signed up for their subscriptions for that residual income. And then YouTube channels. That is what it is. So let me just click on one real quick, and I'll show you how it works. So let's add a Call Us feature. So Call Us, select. So we're going to name it. So Call Us, and just click Add. So if you need to add an icon, you can add an icon. So come in here and click that one, select. Phone number, so add a phone number. Phone number title, Call Us. Phone number. And then you just hit add. All right, and then it shows up over here, and you can see it show up here. Oh, this little button up here, guys. See this one? It says save. And you're working with us. You'll probably hear me say this a lot. This is the most important button. If you ever do an update and then go to check on your app and be like, oh man, where's all that work I just did? Where'd it go? Well, if you didn't click save, you're going to have to go back and do it again. Make sure you click save. Always be thinking about that save button. I make the mistake to this day, not clicking that save button. So go find the save button every chance you get. Every time you do anything, click save. Super important. All right, then this app will refresh here. And there it is, right down there. It says call us. If you guys want to check it out on your iPhone or Android, go ahead and go download the Walmart Tattoo app. And you can check that out live. All updates that you do are instantly live across all 3 platforms, iPhone, Android, and the web app. All right, so I'm going to go over here and get rid of that real quick for him because that was actually my phone number. All righty. All right, guys, those are the features. Now let me tell you about the most important feature of building apps with us. And that is over here under Manage. And it's called push notifications. So as I was telling you before, push notifications like little text messages coming out from the app to all of the app's users. Even the web apps now can get push notifications, not yet on iPhone, but they still show up under messages. So iPhone, Android, and the web app get little push notifications, and you can link your push notifications to anything you want. Under push notifications, you can see everything that's been sent. You can have scheduled ones and drafts for later. So if you want to work on all of your marketing for the month, you can schedule all of them ahead of time for a whole month's worth. I recommend each business sending out 3 to 5 push notifications a week, preferably just 3. So we'll show you what that looks like real quick. So you'll come over here to Compose. All right, so you give your message a title. And so it's 6:36 in the evening, so I'm going to actually send one out for them. And if any of you are downloading that Walmart Tattoo app right now, you'll be able to see this come out. So, what should we say? Good evening. You are all having a wonderful night. How's everyone liking the app so far? Please stop on in at the shop and let us know, or sign in with Facebook or Twitter and comment in the chat section. Okay, and then you pick your platform, so iOS, Android, web app, filter by location. So if you just want to have it go out to users that say that are just inside the shop, you could, or just inside a particular town, you can actually do some geofencing there. Set up link. So this is what you can do. So when you click on the push notification, you can link it to a website, to a specific feature in the app, or to an offer. Let me show you what the offers look like real quick, because that's pretty cool. You can actually upload your own picture there. So you just go and browse, find a picture that you like. So let's see here. Picture of his stuff. Add that in there. Ooh, maybe not that one. Why does that look so ugly? Oh, it's a ping image, that's why. All right, so browse. Let's go over here. All right, so I'll go find a logo for him. How about this one here? Oh, man. So then you got a title. loving our app? Let us know. Come chat inside the app. Awesome loyalty features. And you have an author's name. I'm just going to go ahead and thanks. And then the or the art.warmartapp.com. That looked a bit better. Oh, that was almost a typo. All right. And then I'm going to just so I connect it to Twitter. And I can hit send right now or save as draft. So let's do preview and send. So this is what it'll look like. So it says, good evening. Hope you're all having a wonderful night. How's everyone liking the app so far? Please stop on in at the shop and let us know, or sign up or sign in with Facebook or Twitter and comment in the chat section. Then we'll hit send. Your app has not been published for the web app, but it has. Would you still like to send this message? Yes. All right. Yep, and there it is on my phone right there. And let me turn on camera real quick, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Oh, it was bright. Anyway, so you can't really see the text because of the phone. Oh, there we go. Well, there it is. Walmart tattoo. If they were to click that, open up their app. And there it is, right there, guys. All right, let's do close. Anyway, that's pretty cool, right? So that's kind of what you can do and let your other businesses do as well. Okay. So what else can I show you guys? All right, there's also Grow. So you can promote your app here. We got some good promotional tools in here. So there's a promotional kit and staff training posters, which you can make for your clients. What's included? I'll show you that. So you can make a poster for them, 8.5 by 11, table tents, 5 by 7, or table card, 4 by 6. So his looks a little bit like this. It says, great customers get great rewards. Download our app to enroll in our rewards program and get every 10th pizza on us. Just kidding. A tattoo, maybe. So search for Walmart in your app store and get his app. So that's what his look like. Then you can just download it. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it. Yep, that's our system. You can easily log in and build apps for people just by going over to economyspark.com. Just give us a call. Our phone number is 1-800-552-4210, or email us info@economyspark.com when you've got a new app to start building for a client, and we'll get on the phone with you. We'll walk you through it and help you get it all set up for them. We can also walk you guys through setting up your business and connecting to things like Stripe, stuff like that, so you can accept payments. And so if this sounds like a good idea for you, if you're looking for a way to make residual income, this is definitely it for you. If you want to make mobile apps and have a product offer that is definitely a growth tool, something of extreme value for clients, then this is definitely for you guys. If you would really love to have some way to escape your job, just have a business of your own, all you've got to do is come on over and click below and get signed up. It is $300 a month, but that'll come with an app of your own and then 3 additional web apps, which you can then upsell from there. And then we'll also give you huge discounts on getting your own or getting additional apps as well. You would buy those for another $50. We'll give you 5 more web apps, so that's just $10 a piece. And then from there, so you got to be aware though, Apple does charge a mandatory $500 for publishing apps. So you've got to be upfront with your clients about that. There's nothing we can do about that. That's just how it is. That doesn't come to us. It goes to Apple. So you got to make sure you find clients that can afford that kind of stuff. Real estate agents, big businesses. And a lot of people are exploring how to get apps right now. If you see people advertising in the phone book, they're pretty much throwing their money at advertising. You've got something that could definitely help them. You need to do that. Approach those people that have billboards, or if they're advertising on TV, in the movie theater, on magazines, over the radio. Literally, you need to get out your phone and text the name of those businesses. People that are, excuse me, advertising on their side of their cars. You probably see that all the time. Those people, anybody who has recurring customers, they need an app more than they need a website. And it's also really awesome about our apps is they do not take up a bunch of room. So when people's phones are filling up and it's time to uninstall, they don't come to our app first, because our apps are nice and light and they don't take up a ton of room. So keep that in mind. And go ahead and click down here, guys. Click yes, I want in. Fill out the form, and we'll be in contact. Thank you guys for watching the webinar. For anybody who is going to sign up today, we will include those 3 additional web apps for free. So definitely hit us up about that. We look forward to helping you guys build apps and getting that residual income so that you can stop wasting your time going to a job every day and making somebody else rich. Work for you and do your thing. Do it for your family, really. You really should. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll chat soon.